Well, folks, welcome to this week's A Sportsman's Life. Look who Mr. Jeff and I have with us. Mr. Whitetail is going to be has been part of our show for a few weeks. Larry is going to impart some knowledge each week and some fun.
It's all fun.
It is all fun, and I am truly honored to be with you guys. I'll tell you what, Luke and I have been doing radio for a while. Almost 11 years, every Saturday morning or throughout the week as well too, and I've had the opportunity to spend time around Jeff through Luke, and I am truly honored to be part of this. And really what my kind of part that I kind of see is kind of a Q&A kind of thing, where we'll talk about different hunting tips, learning about optics, learning about hunting gear, learning about rifles, all those kind of things. Just pure simple information that you may already know, but you know, there are a lot of people getting into the outdoors, so we're going to try to take it very basically and bring it forward.
Excellent. And folks, if you think running with these two rascals is not fun, this is really serious hard work, but we're going to jump into our show, so stay with us every week. Larry's going to be here, Jeff's always with us. We're going to have a great time, and we want you to be right here every week with us. Well, hello folks, it's your old buddy Luke Clayton, Mr. Jeff Rice, and Mr. Larry Weishuhn here. We're down at Jeff's ranch, and we're gonna have a bunch of fun, for sure.
That's true.
We know we're gonna have a bunch of fun. The hogs down here, folks, if you could imagine, the bottoms go back behind there forever. There's tons of hogs. Jeff has 13 corn feeders going, but the moon and all, we're going to hunt until dark, and then we're going to go in and eat some good victuals in the camp, to be honest with you, and cool down, because it's kind of warm.
Oh, the humidity is
so
high,
this is all about fun. We don't know if we're going to kill a hog. We never do, but we'll stay just when we can't see the crosshairs, Larry.
Yes. And hopefully they'll come in, but you know, if they don't, we'll be going to be looking for deer and squirrels and birds and who knows what else.
We're bound to see some things for sure.
And Jeff's wife Demi makes a Italian dish.
Oh, that lasagna.
Lasagna that I know that's going to be waiting on us. So hog or no hog, by golly, it's going to be a fun time.
It's going to be a blast.
May even have a chance to do a little fishing. And later in our show, Larry, like I say, Larry is with us every week from henceforth. He's got some tips. And tips, not things that he's learned from years of doing it.
The hard way.
The hard way.
From mistakes.
What works and what doesn't.
Right.
So that's about it. We're ready to, y'all want to go back to camp. We've been doing a little scouting, folks, and hog, gosh, you can't step hardly without
hog and deer sign. There's an unbelievable number of deer on this property.
Yes. So, y'all might probably see some deer on your hunt.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
The population of deer here has exploded. In the last few years, I've seen more and more deer, and they're healthy deer here. So we should see some, hopefully.
Well, go back to camp and get all geared up and put a little scent guardian on, you know.
You bet.
And Larry, you're going to be hunting with something that's somewhat new to you. It's not new, the fact that you haven't shot it enough to know what it's the Seneca Dragon Claw 50 caliber.
50 caliber shooting an arrow that I've learned is called a bolt instead of an arrow.
Yeah, Larry's going to be shooting a bolt, and I'm going to use my Air Force Air Guns Texan, that same 45 caliber it's the pronunciation swaged bullets. Yes, by Nelson Specialty Ammo. It's a slick bullet, and it's 240 grain. You're gonna say, you're gonna hunt with a 240 grain and an air gun? We are. it's going to generate a little bit more than 500 foot-pounds. I'll be using a bullet. And Jeff, you're going to probably be doing what you do a lot of is...
Oh yeah, I'll have the cameras rolling for sure. Like to do that, get it all on film, and just bring it here to you folks. And good stuff for sure.
This right here, folks, is what the outdoors is all about. Right here.
Really is.
Buddies having fun, and
absolutely.
We don't always kill a big hog. We don't always shoot a big deer, but we enjoy being out here. So
I know one thing we won't do is have a campfire.
No.
Let's go around.
I love campfires, but this is going to be one of those times I'm not going to say, hey guys, let's go out and build a fire.
Yeah.
So let's go cool off, and then we'll go hunt.
Sounds like a plan.
That sounds like a great plan.
Well, friends, I want to show you what I use for night hunting. This is the Wraith by Sightmark. It's a digital, it's not thermal, but you can use it for daytime hunting. It has a color mode. It's color during the day, and at nighttime for shooting hogs and predators out to, I've killed them out to 125 yards, but I sight in for that distance. You could shoot them a lot farther. Go online to learn more about the Wraith. You can go to sightmark.com and check them out. Absolutely awesome hunting tool for day or night. Well, folks, it is Luke Clayton, and I want to show you something right here that I am very, very proud of. My gearhead bow. I've taken a couple of hogs with it, and I'm deer hunting. I'm down at the Buck and Bass Ranch at a buddy of mine's, and I'm going to be deer hunting. Let me show you something here. Now, this is the coolest thing in the world, and I am the first time I have ever shot a bow where you with a shoot-through riser. I'm going to look right at you here. There's a riser here. There's a riser here. Look at the arrow on this gearhead bow, right in the middle. And if you think that doesn't make a difference, you know, for many, many years, me and I guess every other bow hunter been shooting one side of the riser or the other. This thing shoots straight through. Folks, check them out online. This is the bow that I hunt with, and I've got a lot, I love it, lots of confidence in it. Gearheadarchery.com. Folks, I want to give you some hog hunting tips, what I call some real world hog hunting tips. I have some hog urine. It's actually called Inflamed Sow Seduction by Texas Raised Hunting Products, and one of their canisters. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me, why in the world are you going to be using a scent, Luke, to hunt hogs when everybody in Texas knows you shoot hogs over a corn feeder? There's a wallow right here in front of me, and there's a corn feeder back in the woods back over there. Okay, I could sit on that corn feeder and shoot a hog, but what I want to do is get up with my bow in a ladder stand, and I want to kill a hog before dark. I like to go back to camp and cook after dark. So I want to position those hogs, and that's what this is for. I've done it a bunch and it works. Now, bottom line, yes, I can go sit on that corn feeder back in the woods, and it might be an hour after dark. I'll get a chance to shoot a hog, pretty sure. I want to position these hogs for a shot. So, now this is a canister. It's Texas Raised Hunting Products, folks. You can we can call this a commercial if you want to. It's stuff that I use. You open the canister up, and then there's wafers in there with the scent impregnated into it. The top of this thing is open, so you just open it up, and it's vented. So this is a key part. This is the Inflamed Sow Seduction spray. I use them both. I mean, I've used just this, but I use them both. So my plan is to shoot a hog out of a stand back here in a tree with a bow. We have water, and there's all kind of hogs down. They're going to be coming in here. They may not come to that corn feeder till after dark. What I do is, be a little hard to tell, but there's a trail leading right up here. I want that hog to be right out here. He's probably going to come in out of this bottoms. Take this canister here, and I'm going to stay close to you. Where I really am going to put it is back over there where I'll have a clear shot. I'm going to take it, open it up, and then I'm going to saturate it, and then I'm going to use this spray down the trail, and I'm going to put some where I'm expecting the hogs to come from. Make them comfortable when they get in. I'm going to be positioned over there about an hour and a half before dark up in a tree with my gearhead bow. So when I'm asked the question, Luke, why in the world are you going to use hog scents when everybody in Texas knows you shoot hogs over corn? This is why. This is why it positions the hogs, and in this situation it gets them out, hopefully, and I've done it many times before dark, so hopefully I'll have my pork back at camp. Hope that helped you a little bit, folks. Texas raised hunting products, check them out. Folks, as an old outdoors writer, I have used lots of products. Smoking Tex electric smokers, the best smokers that you can find. This is Diz and this is Scott, my buddies. Diz, tell them how they can learn more about Smoking Tex.
Yeah, obviously the #1 source of information is going to be our website. It's got hundreds of recipes, it's got helpful guides, it's got all of our models and our accessories listed there. Of course, we have a phone number, 888-922-1511, and we'll actually answer our own phones.
That's true. And Diz, the main thing, the easy way, smokingtex.com. You can learn all about it.
Correct. And of course, we're on all the social media, Instagram, Facebook, etc. So take a look at us whenever you can, and whatever social media you'd like, and we look forward to working with you.
Well, folks, you know, a couple of years ago, Texas made it legal to hunt with air rifles, big bore air rifles. Now, me and my buddy, Mr. Weishuhn here, Larry has got an air rifle that shoots arrows.
Also known as bolts, I have learned.
Bolts. Bolts are arrows. And this is the Seneca Dragon Claw, 50 caliber. It also shoots bullets.
It does. I prefer to shoot the arrows because it's a little bit different compared to everything that I've done in the past. I used to tease people, you ever going to shoot a bow again? I said, yeah, as soon as I can shoot it out of a gun. Well, guess what? Now I can shoot a broadhead bolt out of an air gun.
That's
with
right.
This particular model.
And we're out here hog hunting on our buddy Jeff Rice's Buck and Bass Ranch. Got a broadhead on there. Cape buffalo have been killed with this rig.
Right. Keith Warren is taking Cape buffalo, and don't tell him what else he's taking in Africa. So it's a great tool. It's a new way of hunting as far as I'm concerned, and I'm anxious to try it this year.
And Larry, that's part of it. It was new to me when I first started shooting air guns about 9 years, big bore air guns, PCP guns. it was brand new, and was part of the allure to me. It was something new, and I got to learn about it. Now, so Larry has the arrow hunting with the bolt or the arrow covered with the Seneca Dragon Claw. Great setup. Now, if you want to use, now this is what I hunt with. This is Air Force Air Guns Texan. Now, this is the carbine model. They make a longer barreled model that gets a little more velocity, but I've killed a bunch of critters, hogs, and I killed a nice buck with this rig last year. So Air Force Air Guns Texan, this is 45 caliber. They make a 50 caliber, which I haven't shot yet, but this will generate over 500 foot-pounds of energy. So bullets, Mr. Weishuhn's got his arrows. You think, well, what kind of bullets? You'd think, well, it's an air gun, maybe a little light bullet. These are Swage bullets here, and Nielsen Specialty Ammo makes them. Now, you probably can't see them this close, but they're a very well-made, well-designed bullet as far as for air guns, strictly. So, Larry, I think we've maybe give the folks a good primer in air gunology.
It is. It's a new way of hunting, legal now in Texas. Bows, this one can't be used during the archery season, but it can be used with an arrow during the regular hunting season. So just something new to play with and a new kind of adventure. And if you haven't tried it yet, let me suggest that you do. I think you'll be truly impressed.
I think so, Larry. And for folks that, well, where do I get all this stuff? Pyramid Air is the largest air gun supply company in the world. Just go to Pyramid Air. They have people there that you can actually call if you're going to have some questions. If you don't know someone that's already shooting these big bores, well, Pyramid Air has some folks that can help you out. So hopefully this little tutorial with Mr. Weishuhn and myself, hopefully it'll help you get started in something that's fun to do.
Well, with the deer season upcoming, folks, one thing you want to do is to make darn sure that you're checking your ladder stands and being safe. You know, a lot of people, they don't hunt hogs. All they hunt is deer, and that's, you know, during the deer season. So they'll have ladder stands sitting up, and you know, they'll come in year after year and hunt these same stands, and they don't check to see that they're sturdy, that they're not moving, that they're strapped tight. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. This is one of the ladder stands I have at the ranch, and as you can see, we're strapped here. All right, and we're also strapped at the top of the ladder stand here. And you want to make sure you're checking these and making sure that you're not getting any dry rot in this area right here. Because if you do, you need to update those. And as you can see, that strap right there is going to be replaced. It's still seems to be in fairly decent condition. However, it's been there about 2 years now, and that needs to be replaced. The same thing with that there. I'm not going to climb all the way up, but you'll see the strap that goes behind the tree up there. Make sure you're checking those. I check them every time I get in a blind. I walk up to the ladder and I give it one of these. And I'll usually check that strap and say, is it good? Yeah, that one looks pretty good. Make sure it's buckled there tight. Check the one up on top, because you know, folks, what you don't want to do is fall out of one of these stands, because that's a bad thing. Tree stand safety, folks. Make sure you're doing this stuff. It's vitally important that you're doing that for your own safety. So next time you get out to your deer lease or your property, check these, and it'll make for a much better hunting situation.
Hunting season is coming on, or even if it's not hunting season, ticks are everywhere, and ticks a lot of times cause a lot of different problems. I mean, they'll make you itch for a long, long time, but there's also such a thing as called Lyme disease. It started up in Pennsylvania years ago. Lyme disease is spread all over North America, and it is a serious disease that you can get from a tick bite. Generally, if you get bitten by a tick and you see kind of a rosette forming on you, that's a sure sign that you've probably got it. You want to get to the doctor as quickly as you can, because our treatment's available if you get to them very quickly. But sometimes too, you may get a tick bite and it won't even show that rosette, and you could still have Lyme's disease. Lyme disease is kind of like a flu sometimes to start with, but it also can manifest in a lot of different ways to where you end up having bad arthritis problems, breathing problems, heart problems, all those kind of things. It mimics lots of different diseases. Anytime you go out, you need to look for ticks regardless. And with deer populations and the wildlife populations that we have now in some of the small communities, the rural areas, of course, but also some of the suburbs, lots of ticks in those areas. So you want to check yourself for ticks when you come in. If you're going to pull one off, take a pair of tweezers, get all the way down to the bottom as close as you can to where the tick is attached, and pull it off. And but you know what I try to do is, there are two things I don't like, or three things: mosquitoes, ticks, and chiggers. Now if you live in the south and even some parts of the southeast and the north, you know what chiggers are. They'll itch and bite for days. The way that you get away from that is to use this product right here. It's called a Sawyer's insect repellent. It is a permethrin. It's an odorless permethrin. This kills ticks as soon as it contacts. Now you don't put it on yourself, you put it on your clothing. You spray it on the clothing, and it comes available in several different sizes. This just happens to be one that's it's set up for, it says it treats 2 garments completely. So you just kind of spray it on and let it dry, and then you can wear your clothes right after that. Again, you don't want to spray it on your body, you want to spray it on your clothing, underwear, socks, pants, shirt. I put it on my hat, caps, all those kind of things. And essentially what it does, it kills that tick as soon as it gets into that area where that permethrin is. I've hunted in parts of Africa where fever ticks were horrible, to the point to where you'd look down at a pair of pants like this and it would turn from this color to dark brown. There'd be so many ticks. And with that spray on there, with the permethrin spray that I've used, I never had any problem with any of the ticks. Never got a tick bite. Rode around in chigger beds where I should have gotten covered up with chiggers and didn't. So if you get a chance, if you're going to spend any time outside, and I'm talking about even in the edge of the cities right now, because with schools out, no school's going on, kids are spending a lot of times, you know, maybe in the little creek bottoms, a little backyard type thing, they can get the ticks right there. And there's probably about, it's been said, there's upwards to 200 kids a day that come down with Lyme disease. And that can be a very debilitating disease, as I mentioned. It can kill you if you don't take care of it. There are some treatments available. You can look, if you want to learn more about the Lyme disease thing, you can just go onto any kind of a Google search or whatever and just type in Lyme disease, and you'll learn all about it and some of the other symptoms that are there. All those kind of good things. Organizations that will tell you more about it so that you can prevent the problem, and if you think you might have it, you darn sure want to go get checked. It's easily enough done. It mimics very much even probably some of the COVID symptoms that people have right now. So who knows? You want to be sure to use this product. Simply all you do is just spray it on until it gets good and wet, and then turn it over and spray all the clothing. A lot of times too, if I'm going to be in an area, if I'm going to not be wearing tall boots, what I'll do is I'll open up the pant and I'll spray on the inside as well too. Again, this will kill that tick or that chigger, and it also keeps mosquitoes away. So it can be found just about anywhere. I usually go to Walmart, Bass Pro, Cabela's, almost any place that sells camping equipment will sell this right here, and it's called Sawyer's insect repellent, but you want it to be the permethrin. Be sure it says Permethrin. That's going to make all the difference in the world.
Well, friends, welcome back. Thanks again for joining us on this week's show. Gosh, guys, we have so much fun doing this stuff, don't you think? I mean,
I know. This is out of this world fun. I can't tell you how much I appreciate and how honored I truly am to be with you guys. Well, and all those folks out there too.
Absolutely. We want to thank you folks for joining us each week. We have fun bringing this stuff to you, and we certainly appreciate you joining us, liking us, sharing us, and joining us for another adventure. We'll have another exciting adventure next week, so stay tuned, and until then, be safe in the outdoors.